Yes, we are pregnant now, and we are 24 weeks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? I hope you are all doing good. You guys, my last post, I announced my pregnancy, and yes. So you guys, today I want to talk to you about how I get to know that I was pregnant. So, and I'm going to tell you how I got out personally, how I got to know that I was pregnant, and how I tell my husband I was pregnant in this same video. That is what I'm going to talk about. Yes guys, if you don't know, I live and work in Egypt as housekeeping shagala. Okay, so you guys, on this fateful day, I was at work, and I just have only 4 days to go for vacation. And fast forward to on the 15th of June 2024. That was my last period. And I did that one at I see that period at work. I think 1 week, or yes, 7 days or 6 days after, I went home to get some stuff from work. So that was so I went home to get some stuff. That was how it all started. Okay. So that month of June, it end when that month end, I wasn't even expecting it yet, because I go home again after 1 week that I went home. After my period, I went home. Then I went home the second time, and my period is not yet to come, and it wasn't the time that I was expecting it, because the last one was on 15th of June. I was expecting another one on maybe 10 to 15th of July. So it wasn't yet time to even see or be searching for any period anywhere. So I wasn't aware of anything. Ooh, so you guys, now it's time for me to go for holiday. So I was I went for holiday, and I and Hubby, my fiancé then, is now my hubby. We were having tough time. It was very hard for us to get this thing done, this thing that we finally get, that God finally did it for us. I'm going to talk about that if you guys really want me to talk about it. Yes. So I went home and I went to see him, and my husband was just like, babe, are you pregnant? And I was just like, what are you saying? I'm not pregnant. He keep asking this question that day. I think I forget that day, but if I check my result, my pregnancy test, like the blood test result, if I check it, I'm going to know the date. So, and I was just like, bro, stop, I'm not pregnant. And he was just like, babe, I'm asking you again, are you pregnant? I said, no, I'm not pregnant. And he said, don't you see any sign? I said, which sign are you talking about? I did not see any sign. I'm not even seeing any sign. And I was just like, why does it keep saying, are you pregnant? Don't you see any sign? And all of that. It's unusual. And I was just like, okay, I'm not pregnant. And you guys, there's something stupid happened, and I was so upset with him. And I was just like, even if I'm pregnant now, I'm not going to tell you. Of which, you guys, I said it was very hard for us to get it. So I'm going to talk about it maybe later, not now. So I said, even if I'm pregnant, I'm not going to tell you. And it was just like, why? I said, yes, I'm not going to tell you. I was just saying, like, just because I was angry. And he said, okay, but you are not pregnant. Are you sure you're not pregnant? I said, yes, I'm very sure I'm not pregnant. And he said, okay, no problem. So when he left home to work, I was at home don't forget, I was at home for holiday, and he left home for work. And I was just like, he's asking me if I'm pregnant. And I tell him I'm not pregnant. What if I'm pregnant now? Okay. When I was at work, I was having breast tenderness, like, but I wasn't even thinking of, okay, maybe I'm pregnant or something. Yes, my breast was so pain, but it's not that much. And I was just like, okay, when I was at work, my breast was pain and everything was painful and everything, just breast tenderness, breast sore. And I said, okay, let me go and buy this baby check. Baby check is that I'm going is that sticks, that PT test that people used to do with this stick like that. So in Egypt we call it baby check. Okay, so I went down there and I I got one of it, and I peel and I do the test. You guys, I do the test and it brought 2 lines, but the second one was fainted line, and I was just like, this is pregnancy. This thing brought 2 lines. The first one is very thick and the second one was just fainted, like fainted line. And I was just like, if things is like this, then this is pregnancy. You guys, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was so happy, and I was just like, okay, God have done it again. So you guys, when I did the test, that it brought 2 lines, but the second one was fainted, I was just like, okay, this is pregnancy. So when my husband come back from work, I don't forget I was angry with him and was just like, oh babe, I'm sorry. And I was just like, it's okay. I'm pregnant again. He said he was just he was shocked, happy. It was just mixed feelings for him. I know it was mixed feelings because I'm not going to talk about, I don't want to talk about this now. Yes, I'm going to talk about it when I have time, when I have strength to even talk about it. Okay, so he said, no babe, I know I was asking you before I left home that are you pregnant, and you told me you are not, but now you are saying you are pregnant. How do you get to know that you are pregnant? I said, okay, I do the test, like the baby check test, and he said, okay, show me. I tried to show him, but this guy wasn't believe me, just because the second one was fainted, and it was just like, oh, this is not pregnancy. I said, yes babe, this is pregnancy. He said, okay, no. I said, okay, relax. I said, okay, so you guys, this is the first one I showed my husband, but the second one was fainted. But it was just me that was seeing it. So I said, okay baby, relax. Tomorrow I'm going to do blood test. So this is going to tell us if truly I am pregnant. Okay, so I checked the date. I got to know that I was pregnant on the 8th of July. Okay, on the 8th of July. Okay, so when I tell my husband that I was pregnant, he was not believe me. Like, he was so surprised and everything. So on the 9th of July 2024, I went for blood test. So this was the results. I'm going to carry you guys along everything, because you guys, why not? Okay, and it was positive. Let me try to show you guys. And it said positive. So the second day when I go to the hospital to do the blood test, I did it and it came out. I personally, I know that this is pregnancy. Okay, but Hubby wasn't sure of it, so I had to present this to him and said, okay, this babe, this is positive. And he was just like, oh yes, it's positive, but I'm scared. I said, why are you scared? He said, I don't want this to be like before. Then I said, don't worry, it's not going to be like before. This one is staying, and it's staying forever. So you guys, I went back to work because of course I need to work. I am a workaholic. I went back to work, and after a month I came back, and we go ahead and do our first scan. and this is the result. We find the heartbeat, we find everything, like everything here, and the heartbeat. And Hubby was so happy, like was so happy, and he told me, yes, I'm happy now and everything. And at this stage, we were just 8 weeks gone. Yes, he's here. Like, can you guys see here? That is 8 weeks gone. Yes, 8 weeks. We're just 8 weeks gone. So I pray for everyone praying for the fruit of the womb. I pray that God will grant you in the name of Jesus. I pray that you will carry your baby in the mighty name of Jesus. Don't worry, relax. God is at work. So if you love this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave me a comment. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. So see you guys in my next video. Bye. Next video, I'm going to talk about my first trimester symptoms and everything. So stay tuned. Bye.